Wait, so am I doing the Furina quest then? Wait, but here's the thing. I'm not sure I remember. It takes place right after the Archon quest, but I'm not sure I remember. Like, she's really stressed, so she ran away or something. What? I think, yeah. Yeah, something like that. She like dipped. Mm. That's all you need to remember? That's the only thing I do remember at the end. Uh, Wait, let me see. How many people? Remember the tremor that happened at Poisson? What tremor? You mean the thing that Navia cried over? Wasn't that a flood?
Retinue during my impromptu
That wasn't a tremor. That was like a flood. Let me see. Let me see my audio settings.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
Okay. Wait, let me see.
Sure, the good people of...
Don't look. It's a little bit embarrassing. Furina one is this one, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, look, I can't do the Sino one because I have to do part 1. Oh, hell no. No, but like, there's a reason I don't do story quests. With all due respect, I don't really care that much. Like, but then I did Nouvellette story quests, and it was really good. But I don't think every story quest is like Nouvellette level. I do think Furina's one might be like good though, because she's like an Archon. Bro, like, am I really missing out if I'm doing like the fucking Ayato story quest? Like, it's like absolute cinema. Like what about the Ito one? Isn't the Hutao one just like you're in a maze or some shit and you're lost? Dude, Newt one? Yeah, I did it. It was so good, by the way. The Nouvellette one.
Absolutely.
It was like Melusine racism. And he was like the defender. Cinema. But then again, I actually don't remember what happened. I can only tell you like a scuffed TLDR. Wait, let me see.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear?
Lenny is good? Wait, I did unlock her, right? Yeah, I did. Oh my god, look at her! She's so cute! She's so cute! The Little Oceanid. Animula Choragi Chapter 1?
Paimon?
Have you given up on Fear and Hunger? No. No, I haven't. I haven't. But is this quest like really good? Is it Nouvellette tier? Because I like his quest. Let me see. Do Shan Yun's one?
It's us.
But isn't Shan
Shan
Yun
Yun's
lore?
mission?
She's just like a bird?
Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps? Paimon's just being enthusiastic. We're old friends now, she gets it.
Guys, okay, before I start. Now that I think about it, I actually don't even remember what happened in Sumeru. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I think I'm like a type of guy where if I'm reading a story, I need to binge it at the same time. If the story comes out like every couple months, I forget about it. I think that's me, bro. Like like when I do the quests, I understand them at the time that I do it, but if you ask me to recall what happened, I actually can't. I think I need to like do all the quests in like back to back to like solidify it. The fucking like months, like every 3-month Archon quest thing, I just like forget about it.
It's always a pleasure to see our two most avid adventurers again. Looking for the next challenge, I see.
I think I have to like do the entire quest line in one go to like get a grasp understanding. I can't like recall, you know?
Actually, we do in fact have a
Far
rather
back.
urgent commission that is still open. Having read the details, however, I don't believe you'd consider it to be lucrative.
Dude, like by the time Natlan comes out, I might even forget like Fontaine Lord.
Don't worry about that. We were just
Oh
kidding.
hell no.
So what's the situation?
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their musical. The original cast member ran into some issues and is currently unable to perform the role, but the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties. So unfortunately, they cannot afford to pay the replacement actress.
What is Fontaine lore?
That does sound like a tricky situation. So basically they're looking for a volunteer?
That's right. Our adventurers reached out to many actresses, but none of them were willing to take the job. There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll probably have to postpone the show.
Fontaine is way too long
and
to
delays
describe
tend
it.
to create all sorts of new problems.
There's too much to say, bro.
Got it. Oh, this one's
I can't say it in
doozy.
one sentence.
What do you
There's too
think,
much to
Traveler?
describe.
Any ideas? Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring in musicals.
And also, I'm locking in this quest, so
If you're interested in helping, why not start by having a chat with the requester? He's right over there. Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves, but you might be able to help him figure out another solution.
you play Geo
Maybe
Traveler?
there's something he hasn't thought of.
I play No Traveler,
Oh, it's that guy,
and I will never
huh?
play Traveler.
No wonder. He looks like he just ate a sour lemon. Hyman approves. Let's go. Hello there. Are you the guy looking for a new actress?
Bro, isn't Hydro Traveler like giga ass?
Wait, I know you two. Are you really willing to act in my musical?
Wow, sounds like we're pretty famous in Fontaine already. But to answer your question, neither of us have any experience in musicals. But we heard that you're in a bit of a bind, so we figured we could at least try to help you think of a solution.
Ah, I see. It's okay. I knew that asking for a volunteer was a long shot. If we can't find someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show. It would be such a shame.
Is this guy trying to gaslight me into joining his fucking musical? Like, oh, if you don't join, we're gonna have to cancel everything, and it's gonna be really bad. And we don't want that, do you? You don't want that.
That's the thing. We're not some
Okay, I'll join it.
high-profile theater troupe, just a group of amateur
You put your cam
enthusiasts.
back? Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing Furina Story Quest, but I just decided to do it because why not?
All our sets and props are very crude. We're grateful enough just to get an audience, never mind ticket fees. If we had a way to make this profitable, things might have turned out differently. But now, it looks inevitable that we'll disband.
Disband? You're splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell you? Yeah, this is supposed to be
What?
our final show together as a troupe.
Wait, troop as in like the golden troop?
One last show. And after that, we go our separate ways. So we were really hoping to end on a high note.
Did you like the live stream? Yeah, the live stream was pretty good. Probably one of the greatest live streams we've had so far. I can't even think of one.
Nobody wants things to just...
It's been so long since we have
fizzle
cinematic.
Not after all the time and effort we've invested into it. Yeah, the leading lady, in fact. She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood, and unfortunately, it flared up again recently. It really drains all her energy, so she's in no state to perform.
The leading lady. She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood, and unfortunately it flared up again recently.
The show just won't be the same without her. But for everyone else's sake, I still hope we can find a way to hold the performance on schedule.
No Wuthering Waves? I'll see what I do after I finish this.
Got it.
It should be like 30 minutes.
Now. Let's see if we can come up with any ideas. What if we sponsored the show? Traveler, how much more are you carrying?
We're like poor, right?
Please. there's
No,
need to go
don't
that
give
far.
the...
I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor. And I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
Good point. If the actress just goes through the motions for the Mora, that's not exactly rescuing the show. We should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! What about... you know who?
I know a person that does a 500-year-old performance. Maybe we should hit him up.
That's how you know we're the best of partners. Anyway, she should have all the free time in the world right now. She's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with the crowd. Performing in a musical should be a piece of cake.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous. Her! You're...
Nope.
That was a joke.
I'm not
right?
joking.
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon's pretty confident that she'd be really good at it.
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before.
So
They
this
were
is
one
all
of the
gonna be
reasons she
about
was
the
so
show
popular.
performance?
But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not like she's suddenly a commoner. She's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think Lady Furina might feel a bit out of place in an amateur troupe
She's
like
an
ours.
idol in Fontaine.
Well, yes, but... Fair enough. I mean, if she was actually willing to, then of course I'd be honored to have Lady Furina star in our show. I'm sure the rest of the troupe would be delighted too. I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably dreamt of performing on stage with her one day. Of course, it all depends on whether she's interested. She might consider this opportunity beneath her.
No point in stressing about that. We'll only know if we ask her. And besides, things are different now. There's no reason for her to be all high and mighty anymore.
Thank you for your help. I guess I'll just stay here and wait for the good news.
Wait, where does Furina actually live nowadays? She used to live in luxury at the Palais Mermonia, but she's,
I think she lives in the sewers.
moved out, right?
As it happens, I have her current address here.
What?
I can provide it to you.
Wait, but isn't that... Wait, but is that
When
legal?
did you get here?
Is that like... is that fine? What?
I came over when things were starting to
What
sound
the
more
hell?
promising. I
Why the
thought I
fuck
should
she
be at
just
the
gave me
ready
her
in case
address
my
like
assistance
that?
is needed. It is my duty to support commissioners in any way I can.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Well, now that we've got the address, we'll go find Furina.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely fine, yeah. When will Catherine be playable? Dude. Is Catherine one girl? As in, like, if you go to the Mondstadt Commission, she actually travels to the Mondstadt Commission, or is she like a clone? What is she, dude? What? She's a bot? You know Sandrone Marionette? No. Nope.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives here?
Guys, Sumero was literally like 10 years ago. Come on now. Come on. It's too far back.
Not that there's anything wrong with this place. It's just,
She's a bot?
a bit of a step down from the Palais Mermonia.
You know, it's common courtesy
Oh!
to make sure the homeowner isn't in earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
Ah! Okay, when did Poppy got a thin air become all
Hello?
the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags.
Oh, so this is where Furina's macaroni bowl comes in, huh?
I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food, but now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too.
Is she depressed? Is everything
Not
okay?
at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week, macaroni and bolognese the next.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity!
I actually like how Paimon is so like clueless when it comes to like what's the word, like social cues. She doesn't give a fuck. She just says what's on her mind.
It's not like
She's just
I
like,
have a
I don't
very
know. She
eventful
just
life
says it
these
how it
days.
is.
Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too.
She can't read the room.
Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre focilor or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
Not yet, maybe, but... Anyway, what are you even doing here? I do hope you didn't come here just to ogle at my fall from grace. Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time. So if you're just here to clown around, then please be on your way. Shoo!
Bro, she went from like tippity top leader of the country to like macaroni bowl basement.
Sorry! We're
Girl,
sorry. Please don't be mad.
Honestly, that's kind of cute.
Yeah, exactly! What the traveler said! Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you. Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
From Archon to macaroni bowl? Wait, hang on a second.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
Don't worry. It's
And what
not
are
really
you
that
then?
serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your attitude just now. So tell me, what specifically makes this matter so specific?
We need you in a play, Furina. I was wondering if you can fill in for the main girl.
I see.
She fell ill.
I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense. After all, I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine, well versed in all the various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities.
She always... I always forget how smug and like fraud she is when she talks. So she's like the... Well, I mean, to be fair, she did fake it for 500 years.
But
It's in like her blood.
given the present circumstances, I'm afraid I must regretfully decline your casting request.
How come?
No!
This would be a breeze for you.
Why not?
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the stage. Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent inhabiting that character
Oh.
has left an indelible mark on me. Centuries
It's the
of
trauma.
pretending to be a different person changes you completely.
She doesn't want to do that shit anymore.
I'm not the same person I once was. Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late, and I have no intention of reinventing myself all over again. But at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any new roles.
Paimon can
Hug
understand.
Furina? I can give her like some macaroni if she wants
This
some.
is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that's okay.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross. If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place. So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
Wait, that's it. Story ends. Well, and people who say this shit was 2 hours long. What?
Okay, guess there's no convincing you.
Well, that's
Well,
it.
Is there
We guess
anything
we're done
else we
here.
can
I'm
do to help
fucking
out the
out.
troupe? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare.
Why do we care so much about some random troop disbanding?
Do you know any other actors
They're like
who might
nice
be
guys?
interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point. Okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships.
It's a
Besides,
commission.
anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me.
Who?
Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help.
Yo, that's not a good way to think about it, Furina. What?
Look, I'm sorry, okay?
Why is she so sad?
I'm sorry I drew a line in the sand without thinking about every possible grain on the other side.
Well, is there anything else we can do? This
My-
performance really means a lot to the guy we're working for.
She said no. She doesn't want to talk to us anymore.
Have I
Paimon.
not made
Stop.
myself clear?
Yeah, that's what
You're
I'm saying.
barking up the wrong
Yeah, Paimon,
tree.
chill,
I don't
Paimon.
want this job, nor do I know of anyone else who would. Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help, really. But if I thought I had the answer to
This
this
was just after the
problem,
Archon quest?
I would
Yeah,
have
where she
said
ran
so
away,
by
right?
now.
It's all right, Furina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Oh, everyone in the troop will be so disappointed. Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now. All right, then. We'll see you around, Furina.
Toodaloo to you, too. I'm going home to take a rest now.
Hey, she still says the toodaloo thing. But it's like there's no energy in there anymore, you know? That toodaloos is like a shell of its former self. Oh, now she's gonna go eat the same macaroni for GG. GG. Paimon guilt tripping? No, but here's the thing.
It's too bad, but we have to respect Furina's decision.
I don't think Paimon,
Maybe
is
the thought
the,
of performing brings up too many painful memories.
dude, like I said, dude, Paimon is kloogie. I don't think she's doing it on purpose. She's just like, she's just so dumb that she just doesn't know like what the limit is. She's disrespectful by like accident, you know? Like she doesn't, I don't think she's doing it on purpose. She's just so stupid.
Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
I mean, to be fair, I don't even think she's like from Teyvat. I don't even think she's from this world. She's like me, you know?
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without my consent? When did I tell you I'm going to take a step back?
Oh, is that the sick girl?
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for long now. We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
He's actually doing Furina Quest? Listen, I actually enjoy the lore, okay? Like, I am not averse to learning about the game, okay? I like the story, I like the
And
premise.
that gives you the
I
right
just
to
don't
make a decision
remember
on
most
my
of the things
behalf?
that I do. I like it when I'm doing it.
Shortly after you left, the troop's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believes that she's healthy enough to perform. Excuse me, but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding. So, how did your conversation with Furina go?
It was absolutely shit, brother.
Sadly, it's
We
a
are
no from
fucked.
her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the role for personal reasons.
I see. Well, circumstances have changed a little, so maybe that's not such bad news after all.
What, is the sick girl
You
gonna
see,
do it anyway?
Our leading lady has just informed me
Oh.
that she's well enough to make it to the show after all.
She's gonna die on stage.
Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
Oh, right. Sounds like everything worked itself out then.
But she's sick, but she's forcing herself to play, right? Won't she just collapse mid-act? Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, is Lady Furina really so harsh with people?
Only joking. Calm down. So, guess we can consider this case closed now, huh? Despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
Look, there's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you.
We don't know any other, like, potential actors.
So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it? The whole team is putting everything they have into this final performance. We have to make sure it goes ahead.
Yes, I'm completely confident. I've been taking a new medication from the doctor, and it's working brilliantly. I'll
Oh.
definitely be able to tough it out until the performance day.
Which means you definitely won't be able to tough it out until the performance day. Oh, so she's dying on... Okay.
I share
Yep.
everyone's desire to
Yeah, she's
commemorate
dead.
all our years as a troupe with a proper farewell show. So, the last thing I want is to be left out. Every one of us thinks of this troupe as their home, myself included.
You're right. I'm sorry. I let myself get too worried about the show. I should have asked for your permission first.
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on.
Who am I looking at? Hey, hey. What am I looking at? What am I... Hey, what? Hey! Aren't you eating your little macar... Oh. What? Hey?
I was
I
just
thought-
passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list.
Furina, the shop's the other way. There is no shopping here. Furina, what do you...
all right, I'm coming. No need to drag me.
Explain?
Hello, one
Explain?
and all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation just now.
Well, now it's too late.
Furina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing here?
No.
I was just
No
ever
take-backs.
so slightly concerned about the situation you
No,
mentioned.
you can't.
Yes,
Nope.
a teensy bit concerned. That when you
Nope.
came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things. And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down.
Wait, so Paimon did it. The Paimon Klugi actually got her to feel bad, so
I'm sorry,
Paimon's
Paimon.
dumbness actually solved it.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you? I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after flatly refusing you. And then, to make matters worse, you caught me. But in any case, it sounds like the issue has already been resolved.
Yep.
Yeah.
We don't need you anymore,
When
Furina.
they said they were gonna
Get
ask
outta
for
here.
your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how could
We don't
be
want you
worthy
anymore.
of having Lady Furina star in our show?
There's no need to think like that, and no need to keep addressing me as lady. Just Furina is fine.
Bro, the main casting girl, she's the main casting girl for a reason. She wants to do it.
I was wondering...
Sorry.
If this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband? If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance.
What if it's not financial?
Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control.
Oh, it is a money issue?
Everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe. She kept us going.
Oh, you lost your director? Oh, I see. Oh, I guess who's gonna be the next
Her name
director
was
then?
O'Reilly, and she was the founder as well as the artistic director of our troupe.
Oh, you lost your
And
director.
tragically, she
Okay.
was a victim in the serial disappearances case.
Is that the thing where the guy kidnaps girls and pours water on them and they die? That is, right?
What?
Oh shit, she was one of them?
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice.
You know, we should talk about that, because if you think about it, isn't that really fucked up? I can't believe that was a thing. We need to talk about that. Why was there like a serial rampaging guy kidnapping ladies and dissolving them? What the hell, bro?
But still,
What the hell,
no
Fontaine?
sentence can
What?
bring our director back to us.
Yo, dude.
She was a loyal fan of your performances,
That's
Lady...
messed up.
Miss Furina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life, and convinced them to join her troupe. She wrote her own scripts, acted on stage, and mentored each and every one of us. People loved our performances back then. We seemed to be going from strength to strength. Things were really looking up for us.
Strengths?
And then disaster struck.
Yeah. After that, the entire troupe fell into disarray. None of us know anything about script writing.
Catherine,
let
don't you
alone
have
how
work to do?
handle
What are
the
you doing?
business side of things. We've been doing the best we can. But despite our efforts, things are slowly but surely falling apart. It's agonizing. But ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it out to the bitter end and watch all our dreams turn to dust.
Oh.
That's so sad. It is. Just
What
don't
a terrible
disband it.
waste. A gifted artist from humble beginnings who achieved so much and no doubt had much more to give. And then her life was so cruelly taken. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being your farewell to the stage, is also your final gift for her?
Yes, exactly. We all miss her terribly.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here. After hearing this
Hey!
tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Hey, she was stalking me? Wait, I thought you said you were going for your shopping list. What do you mean, good thing I followed the traveler here? I thought you were going shopping. Wait, you following me?
Furina.
I know what you're thinking, but I by no
What?
means
What happened
plan
to that
cross the
shopping?
boundary I've set for myself. Besides, they're no longer looking for a replacement anyway.
Hey.
I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member, but only if you feel this is something that would help, of course.
Oh, most definitely. We'll take any guidance that you can give.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a
Wait,
problem?
no way she does it for free. What?
I don't need any compensation.
What?
All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director. Something I've
Aurelie?
begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epicles is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high. The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. The court's verdict can settle the question of criminal liability, but what about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them?
She's speaking for herself. I could tell. What? They come pouring out and flow away into
An
infinity.
interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time. Take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before, and so I should like to observe, perchance to understand.
Still a fan of your old dramatic monologues then, huh?
What the hell, bro? Yo, chill.
Just
Yo.
want to get back in on the action, don't you?
Yo, why do you? That's a way to word it, bro. Okay.
No. This is a completely different situation. Pearls before swine.
Did Paimon just really say all that was just dramatic? Oh, yo, okay. Damn, okay, sure, Paimon.
Fine, it's Paimon!
Would you be willing to join me?
This girl
Come
is
on,
cutthroat.
take a
dude.
break from adventuring to listen to a story.
Thank you all so much.
Paimon is
Our director was a huge
stone
fan of
cold
Miss
killer
Furina's
out here.
performances, as of course we all are. All right, follow me. We'll go to our usual practice space. Please excuse the size. It's a little on the smaller side.
I see. So Furina is not replacing the lead actor girl, but she's in the crowd giving them feedback? Sure. Sure. Director? Oh, I thought she was... Oh, she's directing in the fucking thing? Is this it? The rehearsal location in this place? Is this just a small room? Ooh.
Huh? Lady Furina?
What's Lady Furina doing here?
Hello all.
This is the gang?
Allow me to explain. As of today, Miss Furina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant. These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Furina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction.
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer
She got
to
fans,
justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join
got
in
fans
on the
too.
fun.
So, you were saying the little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Oh, and she's gonna finish the thing?
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me
It's
give you a quick
unfinished,
summary of
and
what
she's
the
the new
story is all
director.
about. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form. Despite the protests of her family, she longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, she found friendship and even love. Everything seemed perfect. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
Dude, isn't this wait. I don't remember a lot, but did that not happen in the quest?
So far, so good.
Is this a
classic
fiction?
tale. What happened after that?
No, that literally happened.
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director got with her script.
She's just telling her own life.
We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
Happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy?
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction, but then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own. And one last thing.
Bro,
We're
of
still
course we're
waiting
gonna
on
go with the
confirmation
happy
from
ending.
two
Come
of our
on now.
main actors.
Come on now. Every story needs a happy ending. We're not gonna make it depressed. Come on now.
The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script. But the deadline's passed, and we still haven't heard from him. The other is
Is he
Villemont,
alive?
who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since. He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
Although, now
Someone
that we
needs
have
to
Miss
check if
Furina
that guy
helping
is
us,
alive.
Maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop. You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way. I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1.
So we gotta get
let's
the other
check in with
cast members.
Paulo and see where he's at with the ending. He went back to
I see,
Busan
yeah.
a few days ago.
We gotta go
Said
and get
that
them.
Staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But
And also
I
the
guess it's the
the
opposite.
Vilma guy.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
Poisson. Nothing. I
Poisson.
suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show. So allons-y. To Poisson.
Okay, I see. I remember Poisson. Go to Poisson and look for what's his name again? I can't say his name. This part? What the, is he like dead? Look for Palu. Are these guys like dead? Do you remember why Furina gets aware on Poisson? Because isn't this the place where she ran away to cry and we caught her? Or is that like not close?
If I remember correctly,
He remembers
this
he's
is where
for
he
go.
stayed.
Okay, which one is it? Why did she cry here? That I don't remember.
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all
It's
the way
empty?
here
I
for
don't know.
that?
All right. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
We should like check
So,
on him. When
as expected, he's missed the deadline.
is this
The
guy a
ending
bum?
is one of the most important parts of the show.
Yeah, yo, I think we should like
Even once
bust the
he's
door
done,
in.
it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Someone told me they'd just
Oh
seen you
my
in
god!
Poisson.
Oh my god! Oh my
I
god!
assumed
oh
it was
my
a
god, oh
case
my
of
god.
mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And
My
Furina,
best
too.
friend.
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So you're here for Palo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town
Navia
in the
is
meantime.
so fine.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Navia, shoot the door.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll. Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process.
Oh, what's up?
Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
I'm sorry to hear that.
This is a little bit
I wish there was something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We all have painful memories. But we don't have to let them cloud everything we do. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort.
These two
You
are
make
kind
a
of
very
cute.
good point. But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done, which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe. To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress playing the role of Furina. It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate president
what
of
if that
Spina di
backfires?
Rosula, after all. Like my father before me. Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
Okay, thank you.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
I'm her closest friend? Does she not think of Nouvelle as a friend? Oh
I'm
no!
so
Oh no!
grateful
What
that
is?
Miss Nafia was so
What does he look
understanding.
at?
To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easy.
Yo, why does that guy look at her like that?
Problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here.
That guy does not like her at all.
Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As
Someone's
I was
walking
saying
up.
before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me. Which, of course, I completely understand.
I'm sure some
and
people
accept.
didn't buy Navia's lie. You think so? You think the Navia thing did anything?
Yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified.
They're all giving
of
us
days
the
where
eye!
people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes.
I'm
I
just a
guess I wasn't quite
cosplayer.
ready for this after all.
What the hell, man? It's...
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
What do you mean by that? You expected me to just keep running and hiding from my responsibility forever?
Look! There seems to be
Oh,
a
no.
crowd gathering over there.
So I'm like her bodyguard.
Probably time we made a move.
No, we'll be fine. What are they gonna
How
do?
about
Kill
we
us?
check out Spina di Rasula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
Interesting, huh? If I remember correctly, she had no one to talk to because she couldn't talk to anyone with her shit that she had. So we're closest because we are not from this world, right? Which meant that she could talk to us about it. Because we don't have, we're not like the other people. Something like that. Something like that, I remember, yeah? It was this...
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
But if that's the case, doesn't that make Paimon also not from this world? By association? If Paimon was from this world, and Paimon is always with me, that also means that Paimon is also not from Tevat as well. Because if she was, and she talked to me, well, Paimon's right next to me. She's gonna be like, you know. Me and
We don't
Paimon are like
mind.
the same package.
It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
If you trust me to talk to you, you trust Paimon to talk to, which also means Paimon is affected by Ermin Soul? What is that the tree? She is though? No, but in the scene where Furina would have talked to us, it would wait, so she is?
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet. I don't know whether you can tell.
Oh, so cute! Look at me!
Years of suffering and
Oh, look at me.
loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be.
Wait, hang on. The fucking the ship is sailing for.
As I stand here by the ship, I can't.
We're
get
literally
the
on a
images
ship.
Of the rising water out of my mind.
We are canonically a ship.
One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
That's not your fault though. Like,
You shouldn't look at it like that. You were only doing your duty.
That's what I'm
I
saying,
had
bro.
to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth.
It was your
As
alter
time went
ego.
on, it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst-case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as everyone rose to their responsibilities. And I finally regained my freedom, but on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
Oh, is that why she's like stuck in a room eating macaroni?
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
Why can't she just pull like a Zhongli and just Bing Chiling and start Furina, that's not a good way to think about it. Just start new. Just start a new page. Like, come on now. We can't be depressed eating macaroni. Come on, like,
Reward?
come on now. Let's get out there. Let's get out there. You know, macaroni is delicious.
I guess so.
Sounds like torture if you're eating it every day, even though if you're using different sauce, like.
And back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing the secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Furina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings.
Why is
all my
this so
curiosity
sad?
about myself.
Dude, I don't like this.
Yeah,
Why is it like so depressing? Look at the traveler's face. He's like, oh, yeah, this is bad.
That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
What the?
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Dude, I can't, bro. Paimon is so forehead. Oh, really? Damn. I thought you were a dickhead this whole time. Shit, my bad. Hey, Furina. Now that I got to know you.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same.
This Paimon girl. Get a clue, you. Read the room, Paimon, you dumbass bean.
I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again.
Wait.
And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now...
Wait, guys. Wait, I just realized something about Paimon. You guys say that Paimon is from this world, but look at her cape. There's like stars and shit. She gotta be like some intercelestial being, bro. Like, look at that shit. Look at her cape. She's an alien for sure. There's no way she's a Tevatian. She's like a... Look at her cape. It's like very celestially. It's like spacey. That can't be like a...
At least the choice is in my hands.
Mona also has stars on her clothes? Aw, shit. Was I not cooking with that theory? Stars on cape equals not from Tevat? No? That has like no hanging legs?
Alright. It's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
Interesting. Wait, so you guys think that Paimon is from this this world? Dude, I know nothing about the lore, but I don't like believe that. That's what I think.
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
Oh. So that's why the guy looks like that. Oh. You're supposed to be cutting down on fried food. What? Why are you eating? Oh,
Come
my
on.
bad. My
It's
bad.
not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food. Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good looking. That's your job.
What does that mean? What does that mean? That's your job. Well, how is she gonna slim you down?
Are you
What?
kidding me right now?
She's gonna, like,
It's
eat
not
off
your
the fat?
character's health I'm worried about. It's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
You know she's a nice person. She's trying to get him to like lose the weight.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again. We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Is this Paulo guy really trustworthy?
Right! So you were discussing your
He sounds like a
characters, right?
bum.
We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he
Oh.
outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least.
What?
So now he's playing
Oh.
the boar instead.
Sorry.
What is Paimon so? Why is she so mean? You know, why
The
is she?
boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the
Paimon,
little Ocean.
stop laughing.
Yes.
Hey, Paimon. Come on, Paimon.
That's right.
That's fucked up.
He has some pretty memorable lines too. Like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It's the
Yeah, it
most
does.
important
It
line in
does,
the
yeah.
whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy.
It's basically like a parallel at this point, huh?
She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
Yeah. Look at Kuro Games. They gotta hire someone to write their own story, bro. You can't
mentioned
just write.
earlier
Not
that the
anyone can
troupe
write a
is
good
like
story.
your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore.
What? I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore. That's what happened.
I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines.
What is her illness?
But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
This director is an angel.
Sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer. My
What?
parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage.
Bro, why is this like the happiest Fontaine resident lore, bro? Like, why is it all like fucked everywhere?
The other kids were always picking fights with me.
What
They'd say
is
things
this?
Like, come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer. It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it. One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it
Oh,
anymore.
hell no.
So I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Bro, this is okay.
Yeah. For the first time in my life.
Is the director
I was
Arlecchino, bro?
somewhere I
Why does it
felt
sound
safe.
like Arlecchino's like
And I promised
story?
myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
Check out something. Oh, I didn't do that. Wait, this kind of sounds like Arlecchino Story Quest, no? People have shitty upbringing. They get brought in by director like super.
The day you hoped would never come.
Oh, hello. You too?
How times
You also have a
change.
fucked up past too, right, Palu?
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to.
Miss Director.
This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Furina.
But the director is a genuinely nice person, not Arle? I would say Arle is a generally nice person now that we did her quest and we know more about. I would say she is.
Furina? The Furina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director.
Furina!
I just wanted to do something to help.
Same here.
Even so, this is just...
Wow.
Oh wow.
What the hell?
I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I?
He's getting the chills. He's getting the chills.
Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script.
The kid Arle took in like hurting little animals. Lol. Okay, but that's like the kid's fault. That's not Arlecchino's fault. What?
I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes.
She got caught?
The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic.
Why?
The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Water as a conscious entity.
Oh.
There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Okay.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis.
And then the lover turned on her?
Her lover accepts her for who she is, and
Oh!
works with her to find a way to bring the water
Wait,
back.
I was not expecting that.
However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping as she revealed her secret.
Oh, come on. You couldn't tell your secret behind closed doors? You really gotta tell the secret with that guy next to you? He fucking heard you. Now he's gonna kill you now. Yeah, we're dead.
The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away.
Yep.
And faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
Oh, come on,
And
bro.
then?
She died.
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover and the rest of humanity.
So that's the end.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible.
Was she get kidnapped by a guy and then
What
she
about
dies?
if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate
Oh
her?
yeah, perfect.
Her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction.
You know what? I like that actually. That sounds kind of hard. Wait.
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to me. And perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the
Wait,
audience.
what? Sometimes reality is not what you want to hear. Sometimes it's just the harsh truth.
That ending
Extinction.
would be a
Yeah,
perfect
let's
mirror
do
to
that.
Director O'Reilly's death.
Yeah, let's do that.
Both arbitrary and meaningless.
Yeah, extinction.
On the day when
Death.
she went missing, Director O'Reilly had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace.
But then again, this is a story. This is not fiction. We can make it a little bit happy. Hey, we could, you know what? We could make some happy changes.
We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances
The
case.
guy got him.
The director was the kindest soul in the world. Yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
That's the bad guy who something happened to him and he's like
Villemont?
depressed.
The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I
Guilt.
have a
Why
hard
guilt?
time imagining that anyone took it harder than me.
Okay, this guy's having like a I had the worst trauma than this guy. Come on now. That guy didn't have it as bad as me now. Come on now, buddy. Like
Because,
I have the sadder story. But...
well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with O'Reilly.
Oh, okay.
What? You kept that one quiet.
A little love confession out of nowhere twist? What the
Time to be
hell?
upfront with you all. No more
What?
keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel.
What is going
I
on?
did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away.
Gee.
She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she'd never considered us as potential romantic partners. Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe.
He's still thinking
I'd
about her.
always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant
Brother
attention.
zone? You're just like a brother to me, people in Alabama. I don't see a big deal with that.
Well,
Let's be
maybe
lovers.
Then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by O'Reilly. I won't let
What, the
anyone
sad
get in
thing?
the way of that.
I'm gonna make sure it does right. So we're gonna make it true?
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Villemont.
Villemont.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do.
Is this Furina's character quest? It is.
Come on, everyone. Allons-y.
Also, what does Alonzi mean? What, is that like her French? Is that French Toulouse? Okay, now where's this guy? Alonzi. Also, what? Does this guy live in the grass? Let's go in French. Allons-y.
This is tough going.
Vilmon.
Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
Oh, is the girl gonna...
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
I still have the chest.
I think this journey wasn't tough enough already.
The fucking chest, bro. Just sitting.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour.
Oh, hell no. What's a rogue
wait,
chest doing in my
Why are
fontaine?
you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Furina in a fight before.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into indemnitium. Miss Furina said so herself.
Oh, he knows the lore more than I do. Holy.
Precisely.
Yep.
And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
C'est la vie. What does that mean?
C'est la vie indeed. Alas, I am forced to watch on helplessly as a more brave and seasoned adventurer than I swoops in to save the day.
Aw, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Furina.
Sorry to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
I'm her trusty traveler. I'll defend you with my life.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
Bro, but the monsters in questions are like fucking slimes. Also, I might have the worst element for this shit.
Wind, hear me.
Yeah, this is like... Yeah, this is kind of bad, no?
Silence!
Why does it have to be hydro? Oh my god, bro. No! Dude, why? This is like the worst fucking team for this. Come on, official. Oh.
I swear by my sword.
You can't give me like...
Bow your head.
You should have let me know first, dude. I didn't know I was gonna fight
Good
hydro
show.
slimes.
You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway.
Dude, but
the
where
path
is this
cleared
guy? This guy lives in like the
Vilma,
wild.
Are you there?
Oh.
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady Furina doing here?
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
He's
So,
the last missing piece.
You think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone? I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show. If I open this can of worms now,
Oh, he can't handle
I
it?
just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Fiamma, avoiding the truth will not help anyone.
Come on, man.
Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh,
Listen,
wait.
Vima.
Yo!
I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame.
He's going in.
I never brought it up to anyone.
This guy's this guy's stirring the pot.
But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show.
You're not adventuring. Okay, relax.
The Little
buddy.
Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough.
Oh, so wait, so they're poor.
We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but
God, it's rough.
even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances.
And is the drink the thing that dissolves them in
It
question?
seemed like a win-win. So I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director. It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized
Did you see the new JJK trailer chapter? No, I did not.
the drink in question was synth.
God, I don't remember what that was. I think that was the thing where if you drink it, it's like a drug, right?
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Synth.
I
Synth.
freaked out when I saw the boxes.
It was him.
And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well. But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration.
We can't give our audience drugs for the performance?
The
Oh,
merchant
come
was
on. With the
furious,
money, though.
berated us for going back on our word and threatened to sue us for damages.
Oh.
The amount was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay.
And then?
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe and it wasn't my fault.
I mean, it kind of was. He just accepted the deal without checking the...
Things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything. Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
I won't go that far, but...
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor!
What?
You knew
That's how
Aurelie
you...
was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us?
Oh, this guy's pissed,
What
bro.
you mean?
Oh, shit.
You were afraid.
Oh.
This was a life and death situation.
Okay,
We could have saved her.
Bro, I don't know whose side to take. I don't know, like, am I on the
Could
pub?
you be so stupid?
Oh, shit. What side am I on, bro?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. She was the love of my life. And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now?
Dude, the voice acting goes crazy.
I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back.
Oh!
Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve.
Oh, come on, that's too far, bro. Like, we could talk it
End
out,
my
man.
life.
Yo!
Meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Yo! What is going on, bro? There's too much shit going on, bro.
Go, get lost. I don't ever want to see your face again.
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for
hell no.
long enough. Now pipe down, both of you!
Did you mute the music? Bro, we're in an argument. Why would the game play music during this?
Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
You're right.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention.
Focal?
And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. to shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating.
So true, Furina. Furina is my referee.
I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story.
She's the Switzerland.
Isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
You do got a point, Furina.
Yeah.
Why are we arguing?
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences,
Time challenge.
then
Stop!
quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director O'Reilly and the home she built you all to let go.
Don't look at that chest.
What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again. If she'd seen Paulo and Vilmont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
What, is Furina not a gentle person?
Of course she was.
What are you trying to say, Paimon?
Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness.
What is
and
Paimon
it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
Wait, Paimon said, but she's such a gentle person, implying Furina is not like a gentle. What is she then, Paimon? What, a diva?
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
Oh, she's a diva.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
I think we're gonna go with the ending where she sacrificed herself,
Clearly,
right?
everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on O'Reilly herself. She's the true star of the show.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims. If you could find anything that O'Reilly left behind, perhaps
Wait, are we
can
going-
get a better sense of what
Are
she
we
went
going
through
back
in her
there?
final days.
You really think that's possible?
I trust
We're
that
going back to
nobody
the-
would object to the ending of the story being based on O'Reilly's true
Hey, I have a
feelings.
midterm exam tomorrow that's worth 50% of my grades that I haven't revised in 8 months, and I only barely passed last time, and I've only revised 10% of it. Am I cooked? No, you got it. You got it. Lock in. It's tomorrow, right? You still have time. You still...
No.
It's tomorrow. It's not today. It's tomorrow. There's still like time for... Nah, you're dead. You're
Well,
dead. Screw you.
we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for
I'm gonna
now
be honest.
and wait for our good news.
At that point, just cheat. Just find a way to like cheat. Honestly, just do it. Just find a way to. You can't do it like if you by like legal means at this point. You gotta earn that shit illegally at this point. Start revising for the exam tomorrow. Take a day off. You worked hard. 50% is a lot.
You want to review some
Oh!
evidence connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a
Wait,
while.
okay, wait. I'm not a fraud. I'm not a fraud. This was the Melusine that took us to eat a cake with Charlotte. And then Charlotte was like, if the world ends tomorrow, what's the point? And Sadine was like, the point is to live in the present, to enjoy this cake. And Charlotte was like, damn, you're right. Right? It's that Melusine, right? It's the Sadine one. It's the cake one. That's the only thing I remember. Yep, that's it.
Still,
Stick.
since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
My favorite Melusine? I only know one Melusine, dude. With Sedine and who else? Like, what? It's just Sedine. What? Oh, I know Passive. I know Passive. Jimmy Neutron VA?
So,
Wait, Sedine?
This is all O'Reilly left behind. Just
Jimmy,
whatever she was carrying on
Sedine
her
is
person
Jimmy
and
Neutron?
this tattered old
What
notebook.
the fuck, bro? Why is Sedine Jimmy Neutron? Okay. Well, I didn't know that.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Passive, my cutie. You know, passive backwards is Vishap. And in the passive quest, she disappears and a Vishap comes in. Spell passive backwards. Holy.
Let me take a
Holy.
look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped. Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary. Let's see. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women.
Are we gonna read it?
If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vachey's guilt.
Vachey took so many lives. It's still so
That's exactly
unthinkable
what
how
I'm
many
saying.
victims he had.
If you just look back and think about it, that guy was...
I guess O'Reilly must have written all of this down
What
in the
the-
hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off.
That's probably where she died.
Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible
Yep.
by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are,
What is it?
I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Someone else was taken. That makes 6, or perhaps the 7s. Someone tried to escape yesterday, but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. Was that yesterday? Maybe not. I've long since lost track of time. Sorry, I don't know if writing this is of any use, or how much longer I could do it for. I can already see my fate approaching, but what terrifies me even more is the thought of seeing others from the troop here. Have I truly protected them? Sorry, I'm so sorry. I can't write no more. I think I have a fever and my old stomach troubles was returned. Wait, I thought Vacher instantly killed them. He's keeping like them in like prison cells and shit, but no one has given me any medicine. I suppose I am more fortunate than Cressy. The pain keeps her awake all night. Damn, he was keeping them imprisoned. Oh, he was doing like live experiments. I thought he was like insta-kill. Oh. I suppose they think that anything goes so long as the experimental subjects can be used up before they die. It is so damp here, I've given her my blanket. So cold, so cold, so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but it is who I am. Losing my grip. If anyone sees this, troop safe, I, them important. Please, farewell, apologize, life, perform, future, regret, Cleo. Cleo is the Oceanid girl in the play, right? This page is an absolute mess, and the writer pen seems to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out, and barely at that. From this page onward, the diary stops to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings, and others are handwritten with many crossing out and changes. It is apparent that the pages have been referenced often, and that this was the personal notebook of artistic director Aureli.
She was so terrified.
She watched the girl get dissolved right in front of her. Dude, that is...
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human.
Isn't isn't the doctor guy kind of doing the same thing? Maybe the doctor guy isn't a good guy after all.
I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been.
Maybe Cole was never getting medicine from him. Maybe she was never getting treatment from the doctor.
Wait.
Maybe it's something worse than that.
This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
You might be onto something. Yeah, I thought the doctor guy, maybe he was just misunderstood, but now that I think about it, maybe you... Flipping through the notebook, the lyrics continue. However, one page has been torn out, folded up, and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom of the folded notes are 2 new lines Aurelie has written, in handwriting much more legible than before, but it seems that they took her both great effort and a great deal of time to write. If you become human, you can reveal your secrets to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want? Because I am an older sister to them, I love them. Hey, this whole section is literally just Furina Lord. I'm an older sister to them, I love them. You can reveal your secrets to no one. You'll face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
If
Hell
you
no.
become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness.
It's the same line from the
Is
show.
this truly what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. Even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troupe would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love. And she truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
But can they handle it? Imagine having like a nice director that you looked up to, and then you're reading her last notes about how she literally witnessed a girl get vaporized right in front of her. There's like a serial killer putting everyone in prisons. Like one girl tried to run away. She's like dead. Like what? What the hell, that shit? Yo, that guy is messed up. Holy shit. Everything. Wait, why is everyone? It's not the first evil guy in Fontaine as well. In Riceley's Story Quest, there was also like the underground prison guy that started gaslighting all the prisoners to form a cult, and he was like keeping them in cages and starving them. Like, what is Fontaine lore? Is just what the what is happening in Fontaine? What is yo? What is this region? You haven't played Lynette's Hangout? No, I haven't. Yeah, oh, and also, Linny and Lynette's lore is also pretty fucked up as well. Isn't it implied that they got, like, abuse when they were a kid and they got separated by these, like, old guys or something? And then that's when the father came in and saved them? Yeah, I'm telling you, Fontaine lore is, like, everyone in Fontaine is just... There's no good, huh? There really is no, everyone's just depressed. What the fuck? After reading through the notebook, some are lost for words, some weep bitterly, and some grind their teeth and howl with rage. A long time passed before the group is able to calmly come together and finally make a decision.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself.
Does Fontaine have a police? They do, right? It's the Melusine squad, right?
We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
The Melusines and the robots. Bro, we need to like get something going on here, because there's like a lot of fucked up things going on. Yo, can the police step up their game here? Yo, Melusine, Gardamex, yo, can we like...
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director Aurelie and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Anyone seen the live stream? I can't believe they're finally realizing the incest patch.
Really?
Why did I read
So
that?
sure when you've never even seen them perform before.
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions love, hate, regret, and hope just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Furina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Aurelie?
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in
he's
for
filling
her.
in for her.
Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Why not just write her name and then right next parentheses her name?
Now we're talking like
Double-
a serious acting troupe.
Double win.
All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
Guys, I feel like I'm almost finished with this quest, but it didn't feel like 2 hours. It's done
That
soon.
place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the opera.
You're not
Epiclese.
done? Okay, but like the next thing in the quest is literally them going to the stage and doing the play.
Whoa, wait, what?
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine.
Go big stage.
No, though that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Go big or go home.
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you?
Anything?
I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
The fish and chips guy is a man with very little words, you know?
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too. Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nerilette. I know just where to find him.
Oh my god. Yes! Best character, by the way. Yo. Nivelette's Story Quest is like so fucking good, by the way. I can't stop glazing that guy. He's literally right here. Find Nivelette? He's right here. What do you mean find Nivelette? I'm finding myself. No cap. Bro, but like, you didn't like the Melusine racism redemption arc? I thought that was like so cute. What happened? It was like Melusine racism, and there was like Someone like sacrificed themselves for the greater good. There was like a guard. There was like a Melusine who wanted like stop being mean to us, but then like something bad happened, and then like there was like I forgot, dude. Dude, how do you guys remember like every detail from every quest? No matter if it's like Archon 3 years ago. So like, dude, I can't remember all this. I remember when I was doing it, but like,
Hey,
what are you, like,
look at that.
photographic memory?
Looks like I guessed right.
You were just guessing?
You can't forget cinema?
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you too, Traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
I understand. The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult.
Can you train to sound like that? Is there like practices you can do to like make your voice deeper?
The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage.
Yo.
I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
Guys, it's the same thing with Zhongli. When they both talk, they have like that you know what I mean? You know what I don't have that when I talk. They have like the
what do you mean?
They're old?
I look excited?
Why do I sound like that? I just sound like clunky.
Yes. And this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are. In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom.
Furina is so
I've
cute.
developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
She's also coming next patch.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
God, oh my god, I can't believe Natlin is coming.
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist, Cleo, are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role.
You can say that again.
It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
Wait, Nouvellette, what are you cooking with that suggestion? Wait.
Haven't I already made myself clear?
Wait.
I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions.
That's what she said, and then she stalked me. That's literally... Nope. I'm staying firm to my ideals. I'll never join your little thingy. And then, like, you see her 5 minutes later stalking you. What do you mean, no exceptions?
Nor do I think it is any great shame.
You said the same thing to me.
There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on
Hey.
or off the stage.
Hey.
This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Dude, I wish we saw like a swaggier side of Neuvillette. Why is he always so formal and professional? Like, let me.
Thanks, Neuvillette.
You are very welcome.
He needs a swag side. You're so professional, man. Why are you so like cool? Talk to him again?
Many people were once enthralled by Lady Furina's performances, myself included. I hope that one day she'll be able to understand that our appreciation was always sincere.
Oh, that's cute. I'm a fan of her performance as well. Ooh. He has his cute little ladle. Wait. I'm testing my lore knowledge. I'm testing my lore knowledge. That ladle was a gift from Riceley, right? At the end. No? Oh, it was him to me. I'm not gonna talk about this anymore.
Good news, everyone. It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked.
Why does Neuvillette have a fucking ladle? It was me.
Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance, a touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
Here we go.
This is truly
Here we go.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiamma and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
You're not gonna tell me the ending?
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us. We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing! Even though Furina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up!
What does that mean? What does that mean? When was she a drama queen? What?
Please feel
What
free
does
to
that
give us
even
any comments or
mean?
suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic,
Okay,
get over
bye,
here.
Mon.
Time to practice the opening number.
Paimon is so dumb. Paimon is so dumb. Okay. I guess you can chalk it up to Paimon having no social cues.
That cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
Okay. Wait. He's voice acting a character who's voice acting in a play. The guy who's voicing the guy. What the hell? It's like Star Rail, you know, it's like...
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
Okay, so this is the lover, Peru.
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
I don't even know what happened. Why am I clapping? I'm just clapping because everyone else is clapping. Oh, that's Cleo?
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage!
Why?
Oh, Of
Why does it
course,
have to
bro.
be now?
Oh yeah, okay. So she can't do it. Oh, why does it have to be now? Yeah. Well,
Hey, what's going
that's
on?
the. Oh, that's
They're taking
bad.
Stage any second now.
Oh shit! Come on now. Well, come on. Who do we have to fill in now?
No, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
We don't have anyone else to fill in. Or do we?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
What?
Jump in? Yeah, I jump
I thought
in.
they
Yeah.
cure it.
Me.
So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
Guess we gotta cancel the fucking performance then. Boo-hoo. But
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
that's what I'm saying.
Miss Furina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Nah, she can't do it. She said no exceptions.
Say no more. If you're sick,
What?
you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask.
But she said no exceptions.
Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
What does that even mean, bro? Well, she's just lying, bro. Furina literally just walking around Fontaine lying. She just be lying.
Yeah, I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest.
Ooh.
I'll sing the finale. From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Furina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
It's the finale, the La Baguetta song.
Never mind.
She's gonna sing
What's
that in
done
this
is done.
quest.
It's really my own fault for getting in too deep. No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've
La
learned
Baguetta.
Cleo's
Well, I've
part
listened to
by
the
heart.
song, but you know, like it's not my. I've listened to it.
I do not doubt
I
your
know what
acting
it-
skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, the show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
Sing it.
It's
I don't
her
remember.
pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to
Mhm.
endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
They're just like you. That's like your story.
Well said. I leave director O'Reilly in your hands.
But she has to dress up as Oh. Have you seen the cutscene? I haven't seen the cutscene, but I know the song.
Is she here yet?
Let's get here!
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Oh!
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, ô chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait
I didn't know Furina could sound like that.
et la cité elle est nourrie, ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
But what about your wish?
That's Cleo.
Wish.
If you become become human, you can reveal your secret to no
That's
one.
the line. That's the
You will
line.
face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
No.
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et amère. Moi, je suis seule et toujours là, à voir le monde et sa beauté. Et ça ne changera jamais, jamais.
Wait, so the So she did sacrifice herself. No! She just vaporized out the air. Beautiful, beautiful. She's not actually dead, right? Oh. Is she actually dead on stage? Oh. Wait, what am I doing on stage? Wait.
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Furina on the stage just now?
Wait, why am I on stage?
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hey.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
It's like a really good cosplayer.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me.
Oh, that's a really good
It's
Furina
too
doppelganger.
bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice. Still, I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage again.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Furina.
Hey!
What?
That's not what we agreed on!
Oh, so it was Furina after all. She's back.
Wait, no, what happened to Aurélie then? Oh.
Honestly, what is he doing?
Ah,
He
you
should have
little
run that by me
troll.
first.
She can't have any
All
privacy
right,
in here.
calm down, don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged. After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Guys, is the audience like brain dead, by the way? Are they dumb? Everyone in the Oh, so it was Furina. Well.
Yes,
What the, are
I
they
know
stupid,
the
bro?
rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
I'm good.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
What?
Oh, that. I've got no idea
That's
what
real?
happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it?
What? I thought it was a prop too. What?
I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely
Yeah, I
say
thought it
that
was
we
a prop.
accomplished what we set out to do.
So it was Nuvi. Ah. I see. So that's how she got it. Perfect timing then. Oh. Yeah, because when the vision came out of the in the cutscene, I was like, oh, that, well, it was actually the real thing. But... Am I dumb, bro? But the reason he can give it is because he has his powers back, right? Of the Hydro Sovereign. So isn't this guy like the strongest person in like the Tevat right now? Fucker's a dragon.
You're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say
you know
she
why
still needs a
Zhongli
few
avoided
more days of
Nuvi,
rest.
right? Oh, during Lantern Ride?
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
The Sovereigns were the original rulers / authority in Tevat. Is Nuvalet dragon the same as like the other dragon? Is he like the Volan dragon? Like that?
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic. Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Furina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it.
But the Volan is literally a dragon, no?
That's wonderful.
He's not the animal sovereign. Wait, he's like a prop dragon? He's like a pep? But a pep's not a dragon. He's like a worm.
I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
Bro, a pep looks like a fucking... the boss is not a pep?
No, don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition.
Oh, is a pep the thing of the shadow silhouette in the sandstorm that was like very big?
Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that
hell nah.
Well, one way or
hell
another, we did it. I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
They're like the Fortress of Merupede couple.
So, any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your
You
troupe
too.
is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to.
Wildfire.
You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the Little Oceanid to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, because the whole point of the show was like a farewell goodbye, right?
Yeah.
They're done now.
It's what we all agreed to.
It was in honor of the director.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
I'm gonna forget about this shit in like the next 6 months. I don't know. I have like amnesia. Dude.
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Furina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know
Can
if
you end
my
the stream
health
so I
will
can
allow
rewatch
me
the
to.
VOD? I'm pretty sure you can rewatch the VOD while I'm streaming right now. If you go into videos, you could watch the VOD of this stream right now. It's in videos, I think. Yeah.
So now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered
I didn't know
as
that.
well.
Well, now you do. But I think that's a setting. That's a setting that the streamer can turn on or off. So you won't see it on like every streamer. But I think most of the streamers, most of them have it so that you could watch the VOD of the current stream.
What about you, Miss Furina? Any future plans?
Bro, how do you guys not know that you can watch VODs of the current stream? I thought that was like,
Well, frankly,
Okay.
I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
I only started Twitch this year.
It's
Okay,
quite all
okay,
right.
okay, you're new
No
to
need
this,
to
you're new to this.
apologize. What I meant
I'll
to
give you an
say
exception.
is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I'd previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role
It's
for
literally
me.
a parallel story.
I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
Can you mute the guy in the left corner? Shut up, bro.
Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them.
So she's gonna touch grass. That's like the next chapter of Furina's life. Wait. She got that free Ren looking ass plot. Okay.
I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future.
She wants to know more about human life.
I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Then it's a deal.
Guys, look at her cape. Look at it. Bro. That's not a Tevat cape, bro. Where did she get that? Yo, I need like the
vision
who
is
made
a
that
gift from the
cape?
gods.
It's like it has like animation in it. Why her cape is moving?
Then I should do my best to honor it.
This has been 3 years? What, but I thought Paimon was from this world. Maybe she just got a really cool cape configured to her.
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate.
Yeah,
in
she
my
got your
own
vision back.
hands. Is that how humans feel about it as well?
Why is she asking to me? Why is she asking me if this is how humans feel? Like I'm a human. Furina, I can't relate. Okay, I'm an alien. Okay. Is that it? Is there no more? Do you know how she gets her vision? I have no idea. Because she believed in it? Nuvi gives it to her. Yeah, I know that. Is there like a deeper message in that? You literally just watched the cutscene? Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it had a deeper meaning than Nouvellette just giving it to her. Maybe I was like, maybe she believed in herself, and she like Nouvellette was like, you know what? Here you go. She's like, oh, this is what it means to be human. I found myself again. Nouvellette's like, yes, I like that. Well, yeah, that's the end. There's no more. Now, will you do both Sino quests? But like, Sino to me is a character that I just don't give a fuck about, like I do with Arlecchino and Furina and Nouvellette. The reason why I'm eager, like I don't mind doing Furina, is because I like Furina as a character. Same thing with like Nouvellette and Arlecchino, and I'm probably gonna do Chlorine quest as well because I like the character. But like Sino as a character, what is he? Isn't he just like some kind of TCG general? Didn't you wish for him? Yeah, I did. He's fun to play. But you need to do part 1 to do part 2. I don't know how crazy part 1 is. Maybe part 2 is good. I don't know. But I have to do part 1. What is part 1? What is it? What is he like?
Thank you forever.
What is
Rob4N_JPEG cheered Dex1.
What about
Gods cannot give visions. Plus Nouvellette hates gods and visions, so there's no way he did it. I think visions come from Celestia.
But Nouvellette's not a god. He's a dragon. Baiju quest is really good. Isn't Baiju lore? There's a sick village and there's a snake and he partners up with the snake and he like saves everyone because he can't save himself, or like, I don't know, like. Do you know where Celestia comes from? The heavens. Right? I really enjoyed Furina's Story Quest. That was nice. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It did not feel like 2 hours. It felt like an hour. Still, Nouvellette is still up there for me. Hu Tao quest? I don't want to do Hu Tao quest. Not right now. I'm not doing any story quests right now on it. Yo, yeah. This sounds really dumb. Why can't they let me do part 2 without doing part 1? What, I have to know part 1 to know part 2? Can I just do part 2? Why do I need to do 1 to know 2? Why can't I just do 2? Why do I need to do 1? God damn it. God damn it, man.